Hi guys, welcome to my video on Moldavite, and I will also do Aries tarot near the end or at the end. But first I want to talk to you about my experience with Moldavite, and I want to share what I've gone through my Moldavite experience over the course of about 1 year. So I got my first piece of Moldavite roughly a year and a half ago, and the Moldavite was so incredibly strong. The piece I purchased was really small, like 2 grams, and I felt within, say, 5-10 minutes, like a euphoria. And I still had it in the plastic bag that it was in, and I had this elevated feeling. So you almost feel like you are like levitating. So you feel very like you're levitating, like an elevated feeling. You feel like almost like your feet aren't on the floor, which is so weird. Now, first of all, I was a skeptic. I heard about Moldavite from someone online, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna try Moldavite. So I went to a local crystal shop, and they sold me a little tiny piece, and it was like $75. So I was like, you know, that seems really high to me. And I thought, that's super expensive. And I thought, whatever, after I watched this person's video, I thought, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try it. So long story short, I first purchased it, I'm driving around in my car, and I felt very elevated and euphoric. I just felt like a sense of euphoria. I felt so happy, and I just felt very like things don't bother you. Things that would normally really bother you just fall right off you. So it's like if somebody says something, you just don't care. And it's not like you're telling yourself you don't care, it's you really don't care. You're just, okay. And so it raises your vibration, your energy, but you're not like on caffeine. So it's hard to explain. You're not like running around jazzed up on caffeine. You're elevated to a state of, you know, like a feeling of euphoria. That's all I can say. So that was my first piece. So they say that it works with the energy that you're already at. So say on a scale of 1 to 10, you're like a 4, like you're doing fine, like you just want a little vibration lift, like kind of like a clear quartz crystal. So you may purchase the Moldavite, and it takes you from the 4 to like an 8 or a 9, like quick. So instead of sitting with a clear quartz for a long period of time, or meditating, or trying to get your vibration to a purified state, the Moldavite does all of your chakras quickly, but it does work with the root chakra to the crown. So I felt like that's why I couldn't feel my feet on the floor. I felt very not grounded. I wasn't grounded at all. And it was sort of unblocking all the chakras very quickly. And I was in there was a negative situation I was dealing with. And this crystal, this little tiny piece, made me feel like, you know, you feel like almost invincible. Like you just feel like nothing's gonna get you down. And it didn't. Ultimately, all those issues went away. So then I wanted to buy another Moldavite. I was like, I want to buy another Moldavite because, you know, that was an amazing feeling. I would like more. So I started to collect Moldavite. Anywhere I could find Moldavite. I watched videos on Moldavite. If somebody was talking about the fake Moldavites, I wanted to make sure I'm not buying a fake Moldavite. And a lot of the time a crystal dealer will get offended if you say, is there a chance that this is fake? Because I think they're trying the best to their ability to sell you a genuine Moldavite. But there can be a chance that they don't exactly know if it came from the Czech Republic. So, you know, you just sort of have to go with how you feel. Now, okay, so I have this charging piece of selenite here with all the Moldavites lined up. So I purchased a ring this ring, I think I purchased, and I wore it, and I felt a high vibration from the ring. It wasn't as strong as the little tiny chip though, which is so interesting because the little tiny chip of Moldavite made me feel like through the roof. So this ring is similar. You feel a sense of elevation, but it wasn't the same as the little piece. So who knows? They say it works with your energy. So if you're already, so if I was at a low vibration, it raised me up, but then you're sort of at that new vibration, you don't fall back down. It's not like it reverses. So you stay at that vibration, and then you're adjusting to the new Moldavite that you buy, if that makes any sense. So then your energy adjusts to any new crystal tektite that you buy. So I bought this one right here from, it's called moldavitefamily.com, and apparently theirs come directly from there, from the Czech Republic, and they looked pretty genuine to me. So I purchased this one, and when I first took this Moldavite out of the box, so the first thing I noticed was ear ringing. I was like, whoa, all of a sudden it starts working with your crown chakra. So before it worked with my root chakra to sort of make me not feel depressed because of all the things I was going through. But then this started to work on my sort of throat and crown chakra area. I heard, so it can increase your clairaudient, your clairvoyant, and your anything else that's a sentient. So claircognizant is what I was thinking of. So it worked on my clairaudient right away. So this one. And what happened was I heard this ear ringing, and my husband heard the ear ringing as well. He was sitting on the other side of the room on the couch. He goes, "Oh, my ears are ringing." And I said, "Yeah." And he was like, "I could feel that Moldavite from over here." And I said, "Yeah, this is a strong Moldavite." So the next thing that was super weird, because it works on your throat and your sort of clairaudient, is my cat was in the other room meowing, but I heard the meowing as if he was meowing right next to my ear. So he was meowing in another room. I heard him meowing, but the meow was like as if it was right here, which is bizarre, because it's like, well, how? So it's almost like shooting the energy of the voice right to your ear. So that's how it works on your clairaudient. So you could hear words, very, very easily through walls, I guess. And I was like, whoa. I said, that was like as if he was right here. So it works on your clairaudient. So clairaudient skills are good because it's a unique situation. So if you have clairaudient, you hear things, words, just simple words like phrases, nothing negative, it wouldn't be hateful, but you can hear a word and then you could sometimes determine who said it and from where. Not paranoia, because it's not like you're scared, you don't feel fear, you don't feel worried, you just hear it. It's like clear as a bell. You hear, like miracle ear. This is like miracle ear. So that's basically what this Moldavite does for me. It does my heart chakra. It made me feel like my heart was like a chicken, like a cage of the chicken when you get a rotisserie chicken and you crack it open. It was like that. It was like cracking open this area. So it was like cracking open when I first started wearing it. And then the clairaudient, like miracle ear, and it was cracking open my heart. So that was this one. I continue to wear it. I used to wear it all night. I'd sleep with it, and then I would take it off to shower. But I would wear it all the time, because the other thing is too, people don't like to be around certain people who are very, very negative. They will just want to avoid you. If you have this Moldavite on, they just don't want to be around you. And it's not like a conscious choice they're making. They're not saying, I don't want to be around her. They just don't vibe with the energy, and they're like, eh, and they just go away. And it's so much easier because then you don't have to deal with that person anyway. So it's like you don't get stuck in that low vibration anymore because it doesn't even occur, which is really good. Because I used to get stuck in the low vibration when I was highly empathic, and I would pick up on what other people are thinking and feeling and everything, but I would get very sucked down into that. And now I don't, because in a way the low vibrational people, they don't come around me anymore. They don't want to be around me, that's perfect. So you have to be what it is, and the reason why people don't like Moldavite sometimes is because of those reasons. So all of a sudden, that person just won't want to be around you, and you may not understand why. You'll be like, well, why won't that person talk to me anymore? Well, what was that person like when they came around you? Were they always super negative and just complaining and dragging you down into their, story of horrible? So that's what it'll do. It'll remove negative, low vibrational energies around you, but you as a human are going to be surprised and shocked at how rapidly it happens. It happens very quickly, and you're not prepared for it. You could feel a sense of loss, like, oh, this person. But what happens is you then start to attract in people on your level, on your vibration. Happy people who aren't in that low vibrational energy. So it kind of doesn't matter. It might take a little adjustment, like a week, where you'll be like, what just happened? Like, why did that person just suddenly not want to be around me? You just have to go with it. Okay, so you have increased clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, and claircognizant. So what I get from this one is your mind's eye, your third eye, sometimes for me, sends me a picture, like an image, and I don't really know. Sometimes I can connect, what is this about? But sometimes I don't really know, like, well, why am I seeing that image in my mind? The adjustment is you have to just allow it to happen, and then you can ask, or you can really try to focus and figure out, what is that image about? Where is that image? For me, with the tarot cards, I'll see the card in my mind's eye before it comes out. So when the card comes out, I'm not really shocked. I'm just like, oh, okay, I saw that. I saw it. It's like literally like a movie image that you see, but you're not prepared for it. You don't know, why am I seeing this image? So that can include many, many things. So you have to just be prepared for it and be grateful, like, okay, I'm getting a heads up before it happens. But again, it's not fear and it's not paranoia. You're not worried, you're not concerned, you're not scared. It's just an image that you get. Smells. You can smell things. So if you're thinking about a certain person and then all of a sudden you smell a certain smell, that can be that person. Like if they're in a restaurant and you smell a cheeseburger, you could be like, and then your friend calls you and says, oh, I'm at, this cheeseburger place. And you're like, oh my God, like I just smelled that. How weird is that? It's not weird, because the Moldavite plus your natural ability of what you already have is working together, and it's fun. I mean, it really helps you in so many ways. So you can hear phrases too. So clairaudient, I heard like just a phrase that someone I know said. They were at a hotel and they said, that's the deal of a lifetime. They said that to the clerk or the reception, And I said, when she came home or back from her trip, I said, oh, well, that's the deal of a lifetime. And she looked at me like shocked, and she goes, that's what I said to the receptionist. I said, this is the deal of a lifetime. And I know because I heard her say that, but you don't want to, it's almost like you don't want to say it because it feels weird. Like you tell someone, oh, I heard you say that. And then they might be like, no, I didn't say that. And then it's weird. But if you just sort of allow it to happen, people will be surprised. So that's a nice element. So that's the clairs. So I have 2 rings. I got the 1 ring and then I got another ring. I did get this faceted and polished piece right here that I got this from Inner Vision Crystals, and it is nice. It was an entirely different vibration. So I got this and it was like a shield. It's a little tiny piece, but it was like a shield. When I would wear it, I felt like I was shielded from things, like a shield around me. That's all I can say about that one. It was like a very protective shield. So when you level up with Moldavite, it can be an addiction because you level up to a vibration and you don't go back down to your old way. So it's almost like you keep getting new Moldavites because it takes you up a level and another level and it takes you up another level, and it works on the fear and the pain and the trauma or anything that was holding you in that lower state, and it releases it. And because it works on your first chakra through your crown, so you're just like purging. Now this piece here, it's a large piece of Moldavite. I bought it and I didn't really feel very much with it, but it did bring me a lot of really interesting circumstances. You know, just different things, all kinds of things, extraterrestrial and ghost, like paranormal. So there was a lot of interesting energy with this little piece of Moldavite. Okay. I bought this larger piece of Moldavite right here, and this larger piece of Moldavite was good in the beginning and then just didn't do much for me after a while. And it's like, it is a real piece of Moldavite. It was very expensive, but if I hold it right now, it's really interesting. It makes my feet and legs kind of tingle, my lower legs, like my calves and feet. So I feel like, well, it's doing something. This little piece of Moldavite here, I got recently, and it was a high vibration. It wasn't an enormous change for me. That's why I think people say you should go and purchase your Moldavite in person and not online, because what if you're already at that vibrational level and this Moldavite's not really going to do much? Like, you need a piece that is going to catapult you to that next level. So I bought these 2 online, and then I bought this piece here from Moldavite Family again. And this piece here didn't do too much for me. I feel like it's because I've already had this large piece on for so long, and I was sleeping with this on and just wearing it 24/7. This little piece of Moldavite right here, I believe I purchased it at some other company. I think it was called Moldavite Jewelry or something like that. And it's kind of the same. I feel a vibration from it, but it's not enormous. Like, it's not huge. So then I have these rings. The rings do, strangely enough, when I wear them, as you're wearing the rings, you do feel like you're elevated. You feel, if you're feeling sad, it does elevate you a little bit. Okay, so like if you go through something or you hear something on the news or whatever, it doesn't stick. Because if you're an empath already, it will stick with you and it's difficult to release it. So the Moldavite is really helpful for empaths. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my most recent purchases. This is like a semi-unboxing. Now I got these from, it's called Arcadia Jewelry on Etsy. I don't know them or anything, but I did purchase this Moldavite and Herkimer diamond. I was very skeptical. It was like $120, and I thought, you know, if it doesn't do anything, oh well. You know, I like it, it's pretty, I'm just gonna get it. Holy crap. This is probably one of the most strong pieces I've ever bought. And this piece did for me so much that it was unbelievable, almost intolerable. So what happened was, I had this piece of Moldavite, and right away, within the first, say 10-15 minutes, I noticed it's a high vibration. So I was like, whoa, okay, like I'm feeling this one. And it could be because it's enhanced with the Herkimer diamond, which is, it's a quartz. It comes from northern New York area. I'm not quite sure the components of a Herkimer diamond. It probably has some structural, crystal structure difference. So it's not just a quartz, but this one was extremely strong. So as you know, there have been a lot of things going on here lately in the news media, and there are a lot of bombardments with negativity. So I purchased this hoping to at least shield my energy. Although I do feel high vibration, I still hear, I have eyes, I see like things that go on. And this Moldavite, so it did like a soul purge. So I was in a lot of pain. So the pain that came out when I had this on in the beginning, oh my God. So it felt just like, so I kept saying, it feels like the Incredible Hulk, turning into the Hulk, for real. Like it felt like when he goes and then turns into the Incredible Hulk. It was so just like, like you're like just, it's your soul. So it's not your physical self, it's your soul is purging what you've been taking in through the news. It's just disastrous. And so this cleansed your soul, but it's painful. So it was very, it was physically painful. I was laying in bed and I was feeling like, oh, and I knew this feeling because I've had this, I had it in the beginning with this one. It is an overwhelming sensation of a soul purging. So it's painful, it's hard, and it took a week. So I kept it on for a week and I slept with it too. And one night, the first night I bought this, I couldn't sleep all night. I was up all night round the clock because it was very high vibration. You have energy. Secondly, the soul pain. So you feel like people are beating you on the inside with sticks, like to make you stronger or to, it's like you're being made stronger, which is really hard to explain. It's like you're going through soul boot camp. So you're going through boot camp, and the reason why a lot of people wouldn't like it is because it would make you feel very uncomfortable. Like you may feel like you want to cry. I didn't cry, but you feel like I just like the Incredible Hulk, or I said I feel like Teen Wolf. Like this is like Teen Wolf. Like I'm turning into a werewolf. Like what's happening? However, I looked it up online, and people said you just have to keep wearing it, and it will stop. It will purge it all out of you. And then it will stop when you're done, basically. And it did. I wore it for a week, and the pain was there, and I just kept purging and feeling like I'm turning into something. And then when it was done, it was done. And I kept wearing it, and I'm like, ah. However, anything negative around you, you literally cannot be in the vibration. You have a low tolerance for certain things. Like you can't be in extreme negativity. You can't be, you're very efficient because you can't be in a low vibe. You are very, I became very like going to the gym again, and just you have a lot of energy. And once the soul purging pain stopped and I didn't feel like I was turning into the Incredible Hulk anymore, then you just feel resilient, is the only word I can think of. Is like you feel like resilient, like I can handle anything, because it takes you from that level that you were at and it just raises you up more. So it's not like I was depressed. I wasn't even depressed, but there was so much data and information coming in that was like, oh my God, like, is anything gonna work out? Like, what's happening? It was a disastrous, like, just one thing after another. This Moldavite, you get to a point where you're like, I'm not gonna tolerate it. I'm not gonna tolerate this to be a part of my day or my existence, or you're just like, I'm not going to choose this anymore. So I don't drink anyway, but I've heard that if you drink alcohol, like you won't want alcohol. You just want water, and you want to be physically active, like you want to go out and exercise and that kind of thing. But you won't want to be in energies where you are unhappy or not liking what you're seeing, and you won't find it hard to leave it. You'll be like, I'm gone, like, and it doesn't even bother me. So it could feel cold to some people. However, if you were in a lot of pain, don't you want to get out of the pain? Okay, so this little piece of Moldavite, $125 or so, from Arcadia on Etsy. Now, I don't know, I mean, they say it's genuine. I just know how it feels. So it was online. I had no way of knowing how it was going to feel. So I bought a second piece. Like I said, once the pain and the purging stopped, I thought, well, I want another one. You know, that's a good price. So I bought this second one here. Same price, around $120 or maybe $140. But this was paired with Libyan desert glass. So the Libyan desert glass with the Moldavite is not as painful as the Herkimer diamond. The Herkimer diamond is like kryptonite. Like you just feel like Superman with kryptonite, except for the kryptonite is like in strengthening you. This one feels more like royalty, like you feel like you're Egyptian or something like that. It's just a very classy energy. I can't really even explain it. You just feel the high vibration, but it's different. So this one I love too, but it's a different vibration. It doesn't give you that pain. So if you're in pain, what happens is you get used to complaining. So you're like, I'm complaining about this or that, and you start to sort of complain and talk about things that bother you. When I got this Moldavite with the Herkimer diamond, you don't do that anymore, because it doesn't feel good to your soul to do that anymore. You don't want to criticize people. You don't want to judge people. You're just happy, and you're just like, nothing bothers me. And you see something and you may acknowledge it, like, oh wow, that's really crappy, but you don't stay in the energy. So it's not like I was really staying in the energy anyway, but we as humans are so we're like we're all like a computer chip. So the computer chip stores data, like a piece of crystal computer chip, and it stores the data. And I feel like we're all just like storing data from all these places, Instagram, Facebook, all over social media. We're storing this data, and what it does is you won't choose to look at certain things anymore or allow it into your space. So I like that. I really like that. And I also got inspiration. So this little piece here with the Herkimer diamond, I felt very inspired, and I hadn't had any ideas like this before. And I thought, I already use for those of you that are IT nerds or whatever, I use a high-end desktop. So a high-end desktop has a gaming card in it and other things so that your computer runs really, really fast. And it stores a lot of information so that you could create a video game if you wanted to, and you can run it on the computer. So it's called a high-end desktop, HEDT. So I thought, what if I built my own high-end desktop? Like, I have this one here, but what if I built one? Like, because I would like a small one, like a compact one. Like, mine here is huge. It's like an enormous high-end desktop. I thought, well, what if I made my own high-end desktop, small, like cute, like a little compact one? So I did make a high-end desktop, and I'm gonna do a reveal. It's still kind of, it is complete, but that is an idea I've never had before. Never would I have thought of, I'm gonna create and make my own high-end desktop. But I did, and I made it for less than you would purchase one for. So like this high-end desktop, you know, they can run in $3,500. I bought it for less than $2,000, and it has all the components to run a really high-end computer with a very, very fast gaming card and all these things. So, not gaming card. I have all these Moldavites and now I can't think. Graphics card. So I got a graphics card, and lo and behold, I met people over at this place called Micro Center, and I learned that these components right now are very rare, and everybody's buying these graphics cards. So they're very difficult to get. You can't even get them. So all of this stuff just came to me out of nowhere. Like, I never even thought about this. Never. And I never, you know, this is like a divine, spiritual inspiration that you receive. And so I built my own. I'm really excited about it. I will do a reveal. I was considering selling it, but I have to think about it a little bit, whether I'm going to keep it and use it or sell it. But it's very, very exciting for me because that's what Moldavite does for you. So what's painful about Moldavite is it makes you immediately acknowledge what's not working through pain. It's too painful to do what you're doing anymore. It's like, oh no, that's not going to work. So the other thing is too, if it's not a real Moldavite, you may feel nothing. Like, I got this, I'm still not even sure, but I do know that I had some sort of like spiritual experiences with this one. But the pain feeling that's like extreme was with the Herkimer diamond, and it was an entirely different experience. I did have that experience before with one of my first Moldavites, where I was like, oh my God, why does this feel like kryptonite? So that's what people don't like, because if you're comfortable and you're like, I'm comfortable in my pain and I want to complain and whatever, that is how it's going to be. And it does sort of force you to change. So Aries, thank you for sticking it out through my Moldavite video. I'm going to pull some cards for you guys for the weekend, because you guys are my biggest followers next to Taurus, and then Geminis. You could get astral travel or things like that, or very lucid dreams. So when you sleep at night, you could get messages in your dreams as well, or inspiration. So you could get ideas for a painting or jewelry or t-shirts, anything through your dreams. And I highly believe that the vibration of the Moldavite helps you get there. So let's see. I have this energy of laughter coming out. So it says here, laughter, you need a good laugh. Let go of stress. Don't take on other people's stress. Receiving love from your parents. It says here they loved you as much as they can or could. They can. Decide. Make a decision about what you want. Okay. Says you'll know in the morning, which is okay. So let's pull some tarot cards for Aries friends for the weekend. What's coming in for Friday through Sunday. Okay, we have here feeling left out in the cold. Crossing the energy is someone coming in and showing you a lot of love, King of Water. Underlying energy is holding back, not really sharing. Somebody's holding back. There is some excitement here. Oh, wow, so we have the Three of Cups, a celebration, good times. The Fool, a new beginning, taking the leap of faith. Your energy is the Hierophant, very, very spiritual, connected to divine order, spiritual traditions, possibly religion of some kind. Could be, because it's the Pope, usually it's the Pope. So you're the Pope. Knight of Coin around you, Earth sign energy. Somebody making an offer or an invitation. Any other messages for Aries? Okay, your fear is that somebody will be on the defense. And what's the outcome here for Aries? Eight of Cups. So you're going to walk away from a situation basically that you don't necessarily want to be in anyway. You're like, no, you have a decision. Okay, so we have here the Star card and the King of Wands. We have healing and hope and the King of Wands. It could be you taking action in some way as well. Queen of Air, Libra energy here, and the Ace of Cups. So basically, it's showing that you're going to be freeing yourself. Basically, freeing yourself from a situation where you were afraid to let go. You know, you can have a stronger sense of faith. What is the Fool card energy right here? Okay, there's a new beginning, Four of Swords, and Emperor. So there could be you taking back your power, saying this is my empire, I'm running it the way I want it to run. What is this Knight of Coin coming around Aries? Oops, what is the Knight of Pentacles? Okay, so there's a new offer for happiness and something tangible and real. So it could be a job, it could be a social event that you're invited to, but it shows your energy, the truth. Ooh, you have the truth overcoming some kind of painful scenario. It could be something you've been waiting for, Seven of Pentacles. Six of Wands on the bottom is a victory. Okay, so it's all really good. One thing, once you get the Moldavite that is intense, like that kryptonite, or like you feel like you're like turning into the Incredible Hulk, you may not want to even do tarot anymore. If you do tarot, you may want to take a break from tarot for like a week. You just don't desire to do it. You're like, no, I'm just, you know, and you get ideas for other things, other stuff. And that's the great part, because it opens you up to like all these other things. So I guess that's all I want to say about Moldavite. I do believe Moldavite can help you, but I don't think you need to buy a huge piece of Moldavite like this. I think you can get a small little piece as long as it's real. I know there's a channel, a guy named Mark Bagierski, and he has a lot of beautiful Moldavites that appear to be real to me, and he says that he has a meteorologist check it. So that would be a good place as well. But you know, I've never purchased from him, but they do look genuine. So, and he actually went to the crater, the area where the meteor hit. He went there to Germany and Czechoslovakia and saw where it was. So I figure he would be one of the best resources. And his website is, or his YouTube channel is really good as well. He has a lot of information. And he sells his own Moldavite as well. So I don't really sell Moldavite. It's quite expensive and it's hard to find. So I would urge you just to get a little piece to start off with, like I did. And you have to feel the vibration of euphoria, because if you aren't, then it might not be real and it could be glass. So I just wanted to let you know that. And the other place is Arcadia or Moldavite Family. They're pretty good from what I've seen. But Arcadia is where I got the one with the Herkimer diamond on it. So I appreciate you all very much. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and take care.